service, I would have shared in social media our intention to welcome pets to this service. Some persons asked if it was really true. Some wanted to know how this would work with pets in church. This is not the first time that I have had a service with animals. In fact, the last time I did, it was on the steps of the Grand Court in the Cayman Islands. There was a spate of animal poisonings, and in an effort to sensitize awareness and compassion for our fellow creatures, the service was planned. I will never forget one little dog who walked up to me and seemed to have had keen interest in the thread work on my album, my robe. Anyway, he had a calm and non-threatening presence. So I continued my talk, only to hear some giggles which turned into laughter. I looked down to discover that little doggy had lifted his leg, and I was left with a large circle just above the hem of my garment. The dog took it on me. I will never forget the embarrassed owner shouting at him and saying, "Apologize to father." In recent times, we have been hearing much about domestic violence and intimate partner violence and child abuse and so on. Did you know that where there is violence in the home, it is not unusual for animals to be also victims of violence and other forms of abuse? And did you know that some abusers actually abuse animals in an effort to hurt the owner of the pet? One of the interesting things about many domestic pets is that they have a way of knowing who to trust. It is believed that the readiness of persons to kill innocent pets like this is an indication of the health of a society, or if you will, the lack thereof. Every time I hear of a cruel killing of an animal or see the carnage on our streets because animals are just let loose, I am reminded of these wise words from Mahatma Gandhi. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated.
I have with me today a Jamaican boa. This is a young baby Jamaican boa, and such a very important part of the Jamaican habitat. Unfortunately, snakes are feared and have been persecuted throughout time, and the killing of these snakes really is a bad thing because they feed on animals that we don't want around. They feed on mice and rats. I know in the early days when they put in the sugarcane fields in Jamaica, they were looking for predators for the rats and mice when they had natural predators. They had the Jamaican boa. Now their numbers have decreased, and we have problems with rats and mice. I know other animals were brought in a long time ago to try and take care of the rat and mouse problem, but the Jamaican boa would have been the best predator, and still today is the best predator. Sadly, they are persecuted by people, but at the same time they also have problems with the mongoose that was brought in. The mongoose will feed off of not only the snake but also their eggs, and also the cane toads that we have in Jamaica that were introduced to take care of the rodent problem will prey upon young snakes.